the Word eternally with God, revealing divine fellowship. John 1:2, He was in the beginning with God. The Gospel of John testifies that the Word, Logos, was not only eternal, but was also in perfect fellowship with God from the very beginning. The Greek expression pros ton theon indicates a face-to-face relationship, deep, personal, and unbroken communion. Unlike created beings who came into existence through God's spoken word, the Word himself existed eternally in divine fellowship, fully sharing the glory, wisdom, and will of the Father. When we turn to Genesis 1-3, this eternal fellowship is revealed in creation. In Genesis 1:26, God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." The plural form points to divine fellowship within the Godhead, the Father with his Word and Spirit, working together in perfect harmony. The Word was not distant from creation, but present as the very agent through whom all things were made. In Genesis 2, the fellowship within God overflowed into his creation of humanity. Man was formed to walk in communion with his Creator, bearing the divine image and reflecting God's relational nature. Yet Genesis 3 reveals how sin broke this fellowship. Humanity turned away from God's voice, listening instead to the serpent's deception. Though Adam and Eve hid themselves, the eternal Word remained the only path by which fellowship with God could be restored. Thus, John 1:2 assures us that before sin, before the fall, and before time itself, the Word was already dwelling in eternal fellowship with the Father, the same fellowship he now invites us into through faith and obedience. Conclusion. John 1:2 reveals the eternal intimacy between the Father and the Word. This fellowship is not only a divine reality, but also the pattern for humanity's calling to live in communion with God. What sin shattered in Genesis 3, Christ restores by his sacrifice, drawing us back into the eternal fellowship of God. To walk with Christ is to share in the love, unity, and glory that existed from the beginning. Amen.